Originally, when I was going to do this is an independent study for school. This is how I do school, y'all. Um, it was going to be an independent study, and it was going to be a really kind of antiseptic paper I was going to write, hopefully to seek publication in Lutheran Quarterly or something like that, where I was just going to take our statements on diversity and where the money went. I just didn't want to write a paper that 5 white PhDs were going to read and scoff at. Do Black Churches Matter in the ELCA is an exploration of what the church has historically done to black bodies who have served it and been a part of it. It's an exploration of why we can't seem to do diversity well, why we can't seem to listen to the prophetic witness of Black Lutheranism, and what gifts it has for white Protestantism today. In particular, there's a super problematic history in the Lutheran Church. You can start with Muhlenberg, diming out a slave girl on his way up to Philadelphia. And you can go all the way to the way Yehu Jones was treated by the Pennsylvania Ministerium. And then you can just look around your own neighborhood at churches that are these bastions of whiteness surrounded by black neighborhoods. I feel like the prophetic witness of Black Lutheranism is the only hope for the ELCA going forward. We talk about less members, we talk about how we're not in the center of society anymore, we talk about how no one really listens to us, we talk about how we have less funds, we talk about how we have less resources. Well, Black Lutherans have been dealing with that since day one because the systems of our church have placed them there. And I don't believe it's intentional. White supremacy is a culture that people are born, they're baptized into it like a believer's baptism in another tradition. And when they come up from it, they're so steep in it, they don't even realize what they're doing. In the course of doing that, as I explored different things, I realized that this story was too important. When I ask you the question, do black churches matter in the evangelical Lutheran Church in America, you have two very visceral answers. And depending on what kind of answer comes to your mind automatically when I ask you that question, it really depends on how you're going to see this movie. Some people will hear that question and say, no, they don't matter. The systems that are in place don't support them, that people are being crushed, that the story of Black Lutheranism is littered with bodies of our elders, all the way down to Yehu Jones. And then there's some people who will hear that question and say, yes, the prophetic witness of Black Lutheranism is so important for the evangelical Lutheran Church in America. And so my hope for this movie is to start to bridge the gap and close that distance between those two answers.